Radio star Rush Limbaugh says he wants to buy the St. Louis Rams NFL franchise.
Was reported Sunday on the CBS NFL pregame show by Charlie Casserly that I am part of a group with Dave Checketts that has put in a bid on the St. Louis Rams. And that's all I can say. That's true.
However, ESPN reports today that NFL Players Union Executive Director DeMaurice Smith objects to Mr. Limbaugh owning part of any team. We called the Players Union. They said ESPN overstated the issue, but they would not provide a spokesperson, so we're skeptical of their denial. And joining us now from Detroit is Drew Sharp, a sports columnist for the Detroit Free Press. So let's get your opinion first. I mean, Limbaugh's an American. He's got the money. He wants to buy in. Why not?
He has every right to pursue an NFL team, just like you or I do, Bill, but the NFL also has the right to say no if they choose that the person involved, just like they would a player, if they do not meet what they figure a certain standard. I mean, again, this is a very polarizing, controversial figure whose occupational practice is largely predicated on making people feel comfortable with their own biases and prejudices.
Well, but that's your opinion. See, look, somebody else could say that Mr. Limbaugh is living the American dream because he's practicing his freedom of speech. He's successful, and you can't bar somebody because they have freedom of speech from owning any sports team. That would be un-American.
Part of free speech, though, the flip side of free speech is being accountable for what you say.
Okay, but give me something that rises. Give me something that rises to the level of blackballing a guy from buying a team.
Blackballing. I mean, this is a guy. When you look at the litany of, and they are sound bites that are clearly racially tinged.
Well, give me an example of that. I don't know really what you're talking about.
NAACP, there's a comment that he made about the NAACP saying that they should practice robbing liquor stores.
Okay, now we trace that NAACP comment. We cannot find anywhere where Rush Limbaugh made that comment.
Yeah, well, we've got no denials from Limbaugh's people that these things were said.
Look, I don't care what denial is in that. We have the best research staff in the business. The best. There is nobody better at researching than the factor. We can't find that soundbite. We can't find any evidence of it.
The comment that he said as well about that slavery had its merits.
Okay, again, we can't find that either. We can't find it. It doesn't exist. So look, well, I got hammered by bogus comments reported by Media Matters about my dining at Sylvia's restaurant in Harlem. I'm sure you remember that. Totally untrue, totally out of context. So right now, we don't have any NAACP or slavery comments on the record from Mr. Limbaugh. What we do have is this about Donovan McNabb. Roll the tape.
I'm sorry to say this. I don't think he's been that good from the get-go. I think what we've had here is a little social concern in the NFL. I think the media has been very desirous that a black quarterback do well. We're interested in black coaches and black quarterbacks doing well. I think there is a little hope invested in McNabb, and he got a lot of credit for the performance of this team that he really didn't deserve.
Now, does that disqualify him?
No, what it does qualify him for is being a race baiter. Basically, because, Bill, what that is that to make a broad assumption, I mean, you're accusing myself here of creating something out of thin air, but he's also making a broad generalization that the mainstream media, as he phrased it, is desirous of a black quarterback succeeding. And I'm not, privy to this type of information. As far as I'm concerned, I think a lot of the people who cover the NFL are concerned is that regardless of what a quarterback's complexion is, if he's good, he's going to be getting credit for it. If he's bad, he's going to be criticized for it.
This is legitimate. Now, I don't think the other things were legitimate. And I could be wrong. If somebody can come up with the NAACP or the slavery comment, I'll come on tomorrow. But this is legit. This is interesting. So Limbaugh says that Donovan McNabb is overrated. That's primarily what he's saying.
He's saying that the media refuses.
No, he said it. Yeah. No, he said it. Limbaugh said McNabb's overrated, got a credit that he didn't deserve. Now, you say stuff like that in your column all the time about players. But what difference is
whether the quarterback is black or white, though.
Right, exactly. What difference is that Limbaugh then cited the reason he is overrated is because there are people who want a black quarterback to succeed. Certainly provocative. But I don't think it's racist. I think it's provocative, could be fallacious, absolutely. But do you think it's racist?
No. See, we throw the word racist around too casually.
Okay, so you agree with me that it's not racist?
I don't think it's racist by any means. But what I do feel that I do believe what I do believe that Rush does, though, and has been very successful at doing, is that within the broad context of trying to, be a very successful conservative political commentary, I do believe he throws in sound bites there that are done for one reason, and that's strictly for effect.
Okay,
and that is done to
a lot of us do
audience.
that. A lot of us do. Does that disqualify him, me, you, from buying into an NFL team because he's a provocateur?
Because the NFL is a privately owned entity. Just because we have the absolute right to pursue employment in the NFL, be it as a player, coach, general manager,
I know all that. But as an American, Drew, as an American, is it fair to disqualify Limbaugh from buying into a franchise because he's a provocateur? Is that fair?
It can be. Yeah. If the NFL chooses not to, yes. Yes, again, it goes back to what we were saying before. We're free to say whatever we wish.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think freedom of speech in a provocative way should disqualify you from doing a business transaction. But look, you put forth a very interesting case, and we appreciate the debate very much.